Welcome back, everybody. We are standing here in Bluebird's Bay, and it is another fantastic day of building. And trust me, I've been doing a lot of it and just having a great time. Hope you guys are all doing well. I've been having a really good time. Just busy decorating our little sewer here. Been doing a bunch of work around the island. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, there is some problems. There are some problems. There we go. But there is some stuff that I've been doing around the island, getting it ready for our episode 50 World Tour, which is in fact, if we had a counting lesson last episode, we've got a counting lesson today again. We have got one more to add to that number, and bam, it is episode 50. We get to go around the world, explore it, check it out. I've got a little bit of something else planned for it. Little sneaky, bit of sneaky shaders as well, a little bit, maybe. We'll see how we go. But hey, it's good. And then you get to get your hands on the world and go check it out as well. So it's super exciting. Now, what I've done, because I've been hard at work, just trying to finish off, and this is going to kind of be the way that we're doing things in today's episode, is finish off little pieces around the island to try and fix it. And I'll show you what we have got to look at on the map, because the map is super important. Just do a quick creeper inspection, because that is as important as the map. In fact, it would be horrible for this map to be, kind of just destroyed. Griefed. All right, so here we go. This is what we're looking at. We have just fixed up this area around here, which I will show you. We've got the well, which is underneath the D and the S over there, the well. And I've done a bit of work to some palm trees. In fact, tell me what you think about these palm trees, because these palm trees, I'm thinking they're looking pretty darn good. I think compared to the ones that people are like, yeah, you know, Jansey, they kind of look all right. But the previous ones, if you guys know, I'm sure we actually might even have some to look at. Yeah, like these, where they kind of just look like a person who hasn't cut their hair in a while. Whereas around there, I've kind of, it's still similar, but I've just bushed them out a bit more than that. Like this one here, for instance, great example. It needs to come down a lot more like that, where these leaves just hang down like that. Oh, man, it's amazing. It's amazing. This piratey little tropical place is seriously one of my favorites. And I'm going to be sad when we move on to some other builds, but we've of course got a whole bunch of stuff to keep building on here. In fact, the area that I want to do is put some of the areas, because we're going to be doing a few cool areas I've got planned, at least for the next few episodes. Oh, wait, I've got this grass on again. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, by the way, that's from our streams, and I have that on there, and then I just forget to take it off. But yeah, what I was saying is we're going to start moving up into this area here for a bit more terrain stuff. We've got more villages planned. We've got so much stuff, but I'll leave that for the next episode. Then, of course, here is our first dilemma for the day, because today is like, this isn't like the daily dilemma, but this is like a dilemma, and that is, as we walk around here, this is all awfully flat. Over here, you can see around here, awfully flat. I think for this, we might have some very simple issues, but as we go, simple solutions, not issues, solutions. As we go up here, this area just feels very flat, not very broken up. And I think what I want to do is I want to take this well up one block and see how that goes. I'm not 100% convinced that that this height is the correct height for it, because for instance, if we've got two options. We could either go up there or down here. So if we did that, maybe we could just take this one block down and move it in there. That could work, but I don't like the idea. But right around here, look at this. This is just me texturing the ground, trying to work out a way to make this not just gray. I've gone ahead, try to get some of these spruce blocks in here, some spruce around there. It's working. It's cool. I mean, think, these pirates. They're not really into their decorating. Junk's laying around. Stones are, they're going to be there. They're stones. And that's just what we do. And now, the other thing, because we've got a few things to do. Those are some things. Well, that is a thing on my to-do list. Right around here, the beautiful broken bridge. How's that for some alliteration in Bluebird's Bay? The Bluebird's Bay's beautiful broken bridge. Say that 5 times fast. But right around here. Really? The one hole in there I just back into. Of course it is. Of course. All right, Jansey, take 2. Let's go for it. Right around here. Okay. So from this angle, I think it's really lacking something. It's just kind of plain over here, and it doesn't get any better as we walk through here. Just going through, bam, kind of plain. And what I want to do here, because of course there is this little walkway, is I want to make it come over this side and onto here, and then have a bunch of garden and trees and stuff coming out of there, because the difference that these things make, these trees, the palms, just the stuff on the ground is amazing. And that's exactly what I think is going to be awesome to do in that area. And then the final thing that I do want to complete, which we spoke about very recently, and I'm going to do that right away because I've got a good plan for this, is right around here, this roof. It's very plain. Look at, like, I've been focusing on the map for some reason. Let me do a little zoom in there. I've been focusing on the map because I've really enjoyed the way the map's looking, because it's very interesting. It's a weird way to play the game, but I am definitely thinking about the map while we are building. But right around here, this roof, I really want to make this look a bit more interesting than this very flat, like, square or cube or rectangles. Those two. Yeah, those two. Because look at that, all textured, all crazy. So let's get into that. Here we are, looking, I think, pretty good. Yeah, that's good. Just elevated it a little bit there. Did a world of difference. I've also just gone ahead, broken up the ground here a little bit. Let's take another little walk through here, because this means we have successfully, I think, well, considering I've done some of this other stuff, successfully done the little things that I wanted to do today in this area. And now I do want to go over to another area, but let's just feel that way. How that walks, how it feels while we walk through it. Sorry. There we go. That's the one. Yeah, that's good. And then we walk around here, over the bridge, over here. Bam. Looking good. Look at that. Very, very good. I think this is exactly what I was thinking. Just filling up the little gaps around the place to make it feel as though it's not quite as flat, I guess. The number one problem in Minecraft worlds when people make them too flat. And I really don't want to fall into that. Like here, look at this. It just needs something. I'm not too sure what, but that's not horrible. Like, it's still got a bit of love in it, bit of life in it. That's good. Yeah, fantastic. All right, so that's looking good. The next thing that I'm not 100% sure about, not 100% happy about. Actually, I just want to try this. Look at this. I just thought of something. Let's do that. So it kind of ramps up a little bit slower than what it does. Could just do something like that and something like that. Just ramp it up a little bit slow. I guess we could probably put that over there. But what I did, which I wasn't 100% happy about. Now, noise-making birds, you guys stay there. And we go out this way over here. Bam. Is the roof. I try to break some holes in it. I think like making some holes in it definitely does look good, but the changing of blocks, yeah, it certainly doesn't. So that is something that we can successfully say was unsuccessful. So successfully unsuccessful in that. But that's not a problem. That's not a big deal at all. It's just one of those things that we had to do to kind of figure it out, so we know it's not a good idea for next time. But inside here, it looks cool, because look at that. Bit of foliage, well, bit of like foliage growing inside here. Roofs. Lack of roofs. The light actually is great. Let's just try to break these. I know we're going to regret it, but you know what? It means we can take these off the ground. And what are you doing there? Yeah, look at that. Just with the broken up, I think that does work quite well with the light coming in. I mean, we end up sleeping most days away anyway. Well, nights away anyway, so it's not a big deal. But here we go. This is the map. Zoom in for people on mobile. There we go. Looking, I think, a little bit better. You can see a bit of the green. Unfortunately, the vines go very, very green. You can see right over there. Oh, ooh. What is this? Stack underflow. I don't know what that means, but that's cool. We'll keep it. We'll keep it there. But over here, actually, we just need to update this. You see right there, that over there is an acacia block. We break that, pop it back there. And now I have fixed that one. So now I've got an acacia block over there. Wonderful. All right. So this is the area over here done for today. Now I want to go over to our other area, which is Spiritwood, which is over the mountains there, far away. And I'm going to be building something that I've played around with the idea for a while now in a creative world. And it's something that I think it's going to be really cool. I think I've done a fair bit of work in trying to get something like what I'm about to show you working. And what I'm about to show you is hopefully going to be resembling some sort of cart, or, well, what do you call it, like a wagon? So a cart that people get pulled along in. Yeah, carriage. A carriage is probably more like it. So I'm just going to gather some of the materials here. So in case we need them on the other side, we don't have to go too far to get them. Another fine day in Spiritwood. Of course, we've just across the ocean. I've got some more stuff, more supplies, and I'm ready for this. I've been working on it for a while, like just a few little ideas. I'm sure I'm not the only person who's had the issues of just getting a world or a city built, or a village for that matter, and realizing that, well, I really don't have that many ideas for things, like just random things to put in it. And I think, oh, new recipe unlocked. Great. And I think this was one of those times where I've just kind of worked something out, and I think it's going to be good. In fact, that's pretty much what I've been doing a lot of recently, just trying to work out little things to put around. Because I mean, a building's cool and all, but how about some things in between the buildings? You know, the bushes go well, but there's got to be some other things that can work quite well for it. So what I want to do is I want to go and start off a little bit of a base, and we're going to put it around here. Because the idea of this area is there's going to be a nice little path that's probably going to curve around that way, keep going out to the middle of nowhere there, and we'll work out a whole bunch more here. Because this village is far from done, but it's definitely more done than the other side. Let's put it that way. So let's go and do a little bit of something like this. This is I'm pretty sure the way that the wheels were done, and of course it doesn't have to be on the road right now. It can be slightly off the road, and I think we do something like this for a neat little base. And why I think this like design is really cool for anyone who's ever tried to build a wagon is I've run into the problem of not being able to force a lot of stuff into these blocks. Like this is different thinking in terms of the way I normally think with this game. Like you can't force a lot of stuff in because now I've put this, I can't put anything under there. I can only do that, you know? Little things like that like become such a very big problem. But getting a base like this, I realized that I could probably do a few other cool little things. For instance, over here, how do we do this? Maybe I should really have brought up my screenshot, but we could do something, for instance, like this, just to like close off the back. In fact, I think I did something like this, where what we are doing is we're just going to create a little window at the back here. There we go, and there we go. Believe me, there is a window like that. So we've got a neat little back end of this carriage. You see? And what's going to be really neat about it, because, hey, I'm sneaky. I already know the way this is going to turn out. Sort of. If we figure something else out along the way, that's even cooler. But for now, that's cool. I'll go with my current idea, and I think that'll be good enough. So let's just keep it all in spruce, and we'll start changing up as we go. So a little place to sit down if you're the driver. I think something like that, maybe. And then something along these lines here to just open up the end. I think I did this differently, but that's all right. We'll figure it out. Maybe what actually would work is just to do something like that. Nah, that won't work. But you see, it's little things like this that you test out until you get it right. So what we can do is maybe do something over here, there, and there. So this will be where the carriage driver sits, like this. 2 horses over there. Perfect. All right. Now, this is the time that I think I got really, really cool in here, is we put in some seats, right? So those are cool. Those are neat little seats. Put in a little bit of a headrest because, I mean, hey, we've got to keep it looking good. And what I really, 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 really loved was this little idea here that I came up with, which was to put in a door right around here. I'm just going to be using the jungle door like that. And we'll use jungle on these because I think the two together will work quite well. Just something, actually, I think I have to go here. There we go. Something like that. Look at that. So it's a working carriage like that. How neat is that? I just thought that was a really cool idea. That's what I really want. Like when I came up with it, I was like, I just really want to show it. And tell me if you guys like it. I think it's pretty neat. Or of course, what we could do better with it, but I think it's rather cool. And then we can maybe just go this side with. Actually, you know what? I was gonna put a door here like this because I thought, hey, that'll look kind of cool, just to be a full block. But we really shouldn't. We should really do it something along these lines here. So one in there, and that there, and in fact, this. Over here. There we go. So now, let's have a look at this. Just step back. Yeah, it's looking kind of carriagey or carty, if there was such a way of doing it. But just for people who obviously might realize, like, this doesn't look that cool. What's so cool about it? Trust me, Getting little things into like these sorts of organized patterns is actually so difficult. Like it really is. So I'm impressed with with it at least. So let's just do a little bit of a roof. I think that'll be too far out. Let's go something over here like this, and another one in around here like that. And we'll see how we can do this roof before the sun goes down. If it goes down, I guess we're going to have to quickly go catch a good night's rest. There we go. Pro jumping. No, there we go. Yeah, it needs a bit of work. It looks like it's got like a very short haircut right there. All right. So I think what I'll do very quickly, let's go catch a bit of rest. And we'll continue on with this. Okay, so I think what we need to do here, let's try and pull this roof out a little bit more than what it is. It just looks a bit too silly from the back here. So maybe we should push it out just one block around here, there, and there. See how that works. I don't think it's going to be horrible. I really don't. I think we can make this work. In fact, I don't think we even need to go out the back here. Let's just try something along these lines here, there, and go around these pieces. Yeah, okay. It's not looking too silly. At least not as silly as I would have expected it to. So something there, and those. Yeah, that's actually all right. I mean, I'm kind of surprised because the roof was the one thing that I expected was going to be the trouble, and it actually isn't as much of a trouble. Also, I went ahead and put those things on. There we go. That's a neat little one. Maybe, in fact, I think let's just, I'm not happy with the way these are. So maybe let's just try work it out. In fact, maybe something over here like this. I know I did it earlier, but I want to just give it another go. There, and yeah, no, it's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to maybe settle for these down here. As much as of a pity as it is, I just think we might have to. Yeah, that's fine. But here's what's really cool. We can go in there. If we could sit down on these, we could sit down. Open these up. Sorry, driver. Gonna bump you on the head, but there we go. That's gonna work fairly well, I think. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm happy. Very, very happy with this. Now, I think we just need to get the ground in, but that's not a big deal. Overall, I think a very good build. Let's just lay some of these final pieces to this. Get a little bit of a path in. So we can really see if we film this cart or not. I mean, it's a little bit derpy now that it looks like it's flying. In fact, it kind of looks cool if it was just flying in the air, like a magical flying. Actually, that would be pretty cool. Magical flying cart in the air with something pulling it. That wouldn't be too bad. In fact, I think we've got some ideas we're gonna have to have a look into. But hey, I'm loving the way it's looking right now. Either way, flying or not, I think it's doing good. Look at that. Lighting totally works. It totally works as intended. But there we go. We'll just get the rest of these in here. I'm really, really excited for the future slab blocks. They're going to be super awesome for this exact thing here, because what I've got a bit of a problem with in this path, a bit further up this way, I'll show you. And these are the slabs that I'm talking about in 1.14, when that's that new update comes around, is around here. As we go up, look at this little. I guess I need to extend it, but the problem is with extending is I've only got the choice of this, the smooth stone, which currently is not, it's not that type of smooth stone, so it creates boxes, or the stone bricks. So it's really difficult to create a nice smooth cobbly path around it without this block in a slab, and now we're finally getting them, and I think they are going to be absolutely amazing for these things. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. But let's just fill in the rest of this, because this is currently where we're at, and we have to deal with it as it is. So I can't get rid of that. I can't get rid of that. Yep, and that. Let's just put a little bit of this in. Merge the path into the land a little bit more. Actually, that's horrible. I can't do that. There we go, and just something like that. Good. So how does that look? Much better. Much better. As a matter of fact, just another thing, these trees, I don't know what it is, but I just couldn't get them right. Well, I do know what it is. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be filling these in, breaking them down, and I've got a pretty cool idea of how I want to redo them, because I just feel like they a big lump of leaves. That's it. And that's not what I intended. So I'm gonna go ahead and at some stage, maybe before the world tour, if I can get to them. There's just so many of them around that I need to go around and fix. So that'll be something I want to do. But for this, I think that's a successful day. So I'll leave it there, guys. I'm looking super forward for our next episode. That is where we get to hang around, chill out, go tour the world, and have a good time. Also, by the way, if you guys haven't already, and you guys don't know about it, because very often someone says, "Hey, never knew you were here." We are on Twitch. We've got our own Twitch channel. We stream there 4 times a week. So if you guys do not know that, definitely click the link down below and go through and check it out. We'd love to see you guys around there. But for today, that is us for here on, well, that is me here on YouTube. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much, guys.